Hey guys, welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subbed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place. And let's get into the real of reality TV. And I want to dive a little bit deeper into Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie, to be more specific when it comes to Married to Medicine. I briefly did a little bit about this most recent reunion and some things that I saw on there that were just disturbing. And I like Dr. Simone. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. Yeah, I know she can be loud and obnoxious, screaming and yelling at some points in time when it's just not really necessary. But overall, I do like Dr. Simone. And honestly, overall, I don't care for Dr. Jackie. That's just the way I feel about it. They both are professionals in the medical field. We know this. They are obviously intelligent in their own right with regards to how far they've come in their practices and grown their businesses. We've seen a whole lot more in terms of the growth when it comes to Dr. Jackie, because I feel that she is favored on the network for whatever reasons there are, more so than Dr. Simone. And sometimes I wonder if Dr. Simone ever has any feelings about that. I have a separate podcast where I discuss business and different things like that on iTunes. And I recently did an episode where I discussed envy and focus, and not allowing envy to steal your focus and possibly your success. Now, I'm not saying that Dr. Simone is envious of Dr. Jackie, but in this podcast where I discussed envy and success and focus, I mentioned that anyone is capable of being envious. It doesn't matter if it's someone that has way more material-wise than someone else. That person can be envious of the other person because sometimes it could just be something that you embody that someone may envy. And if you recognize it, then you have to do what you must, in my personal opinion, spiritually, to rid yourself of that spirit of envy, because sometimes people pit people up against each other, and it can cause a spirit of envy to rise up. And being that Dr. Jackie and both Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie are obstetricians / gynecologists, and they're both on the same show, and they came on being friends, I do believe that that spirit of competition, sometimes it rises up, and it's not so much that they were in competition with each other, but sometimes other people cause issues to rise up that could cause that spirit of competition to rise up, and someone else may be seen as doing better than the other in business, and so those comparisons and whatever, and then personal issues that other person may be going through could cause envious spirit to rise up. But when I say all of this, the point that I'm trying to get to is the fact that they both obviously are intelligent in their own right, but I do believe that Dr. Simone, in a number of circumstances, has shown that she lacks emotional intelligence. Now, in this most recent episode, and how she called Quad out, and she had the right to feel however she wanted to feel, but it definitely lacked emotional intelligence for her to blurt out this woman's trauma and naming it blow by blow. That wasn't right. And I don't care how much Quad may not be favored or liked by a lot of people, because Quad isn't one of my favorite people, but I can definitely say when I feel that something is wrong. And I just felt bad for her. And I'm like, dang, Dr. Simone, why did you go there? If she had the wherewithal and had the emotional intelligence, she would have stopped in her tracks. And it wouldn't have taken Quad to even say, no, Dr. Simone, no, Simone, don't do it. Don't go there. It wouldn't have taken Quad saying that. It would have been the emotional intelligence that she embodied that would have stopped her in her tracks from even going there. You know what I mean? because I know that there have been times in my life where I may have really wanted to go there with somebody, but because of the emotional intelligence, even if I may have felt like I was getting burned proverbially by this person and I really just wanted to let go and let have, like they say, it wasn't going to be worth it in the end because of the cleanup that would have to happen after the fact. And I'm wondering now, with this happening, if Dr. Simone is going to come out and issue an apology to Quad. It's definitely old. I definitely believe that it's something that she needs to do, but will she do it? I'm hopeful that she will. I believe that the Simone that I've seen over the years, even with her being loud and obnoxious at times and whatever, I do believe that she's capable of doing it. And I'm hopeful that she will, but we'll see what happens because at this point in time, I haven't seen that happen. So if you've seen that happen, you can let me know in the comment section if it has or not. And getting off of Simone and going to Jackie, the audacity of Jackie, she should listen. Not that she was going to do it, but Quad had absolutely no reason to go up to Jackie crying, saying, I would never do that to you. And for you to think that I would do something like that to you, where I would go and dig up some footage of you saying something that you meant and putting it out in present tense for people to come at you in an angry mob fashion on social media. Why would I do anything like that? Quad doesn't owe her any explanations because I don't believe that Quad did that. Even if I don't care for Quad, I don't believe that Quad did that. And Dr. Jackie isn't owed an explanation because the person that she calls a friend, Heavenly, Dr. Heavenly, some call Dr. Hellishly, some call Dr. Devilly, she is still monetizing off of a moment that Dr. Jackie came out after the backlash and after more backlash after her initial response to it, which was not an apology, coming out crying to be honest with you, not in my personal opinion really apologizing, but just letting people know I feel you and I'm hurting and I'm going to take a much needed break and whatever. That wasn't an apology to me. But her friend that I feel allows to be, I don't feel that she really uses her, because Heavenly is Heavenly. Dr. Jackie doesn't have to put a battery in Heavenly's back to make her be her guard dog or her pit bull, but allowing her to be, not making her, but allowing her to be her pit bull, because she doesn't want to give off a certain type of persona on TV and on social media. So it's like, I'll let Heavenly do my dirty work. Yeah, she's not putting her up to it, but she's definitely allowing her to be that. And Quad owed her absolutely no explanations of any sort because she said what she said. And the person that she calls her friend is still monetizing off of that moment. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And I'm still heated about that. I'm still like, Quad, why? What? So in a way, to be honest with you, I could be wrong, but I'm kind of feeling like maybe Quad was responding to Jackie and saying what she said to Jackie and not calling out what she really may be wanting to reference, which was the news that came out that Quad, when she was trying to negotiate her contract for this season, she called out Dr. Jackie because I guess Dr. Jackie is the highest paid on the show right now. And she called it out and was like, well, why is Dr. Jackie getting paid more than me? Because she doesn't really bring anything to the show. That's allegedly what has been said. So honestly, I feel that there's more tension between the two of them with that than with Quad allegedly bringing up this old footage and getting it shared on social media and it going viral. I that's my personal opinion. You can let me know yours. Let me know what you think. But Quad didn't, even in that, she didn't owe Jackie any explanation, because I'm not saying that Quad deserves to make the most money out of everyone on the show. But if they're going to have levels and they're going to be paying people different amounts, like Mariah said, she didn't want that because she didn't want it to be like this type of situation. She wanted everyone to be on equal ground and equal footing, even herself. And I feel that that is commendable. A lot of people are not going to feel that way, or especially when it comes to themselves, think in that way. But I love that because then you avoid situations like this where you feel like you're competing and you have to be combative about, well, why is this person making more money than me when I'm doing this and I'm doing that and blah 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 blah. Because I wouldn't even say that Quad deserved to make more than Dr. Jackie because she brought more to the show. Because in all honesty, she wasn't really bringing more. It was some drama, ridiculous drama, talking about Toya and her marriage and insinuating that Toya and Eugene may have had something to do with Anila's home getting broken into, and talking about her new home and how she bought it on her own and all this other stuff. I mean, okay, big deal. But, even with all that being said, I just was not understanding. And then Jackie standing there while Quad is sobbing her eyes out, is being stone faced, like Stonehenge. And, well, I would rather lose a friend than lose myself. Well, girl, you've lost it. You and Quad, she never saw Quad as a friend. I'm saying you, like I'm speaking to her directly, but she never saw Quad as a friend. And I don't even believe that she thinks that Quad had anything to do with that, especially when the person that she calls a friend, like I said, is still monetizing off of that moment. That video hasn't been taken down. I don't care if Heavenly and every other woman on that cast came out to make a statement in defense of Dr. Jackie, to say that she loves her patients, she loves her practice, she loves Black women, she loves Black people, she loves us. Like Monique says, comedian Monique, I love us for real. Girl, please. So I just didn't get it. So yeah, I feel that Dr. Simone definitely lacks the emotional intelligence, and Dr. Jackie lacks emotions. It's just weird to me. I don't know what it is about this woman that some people just love so much about her, but she isn't very warm. She doesn't seem very real to me. And I don't believe that she really considers other people's feelings. And I've been seeing that for years, back when Mariah was on the show. And it is the popular thing to do when someone is seen as loud and boisterous and, maybe a little bit controversial, will speak their mind, even if it's not something that a lot of people agree with, being Mariah. So it would be more popular to not really care for Mariah than it would be to not care for this, what is seen and deemed to be this ultra conservative, prim and proper, buttoned up, professional obstetrician slash gynecologist, blah, 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 who unfortunately went through breast cancer and beat it, and she wanted to have children and couldn't have children. So she would be seen as the one that would be deemed more likable because people in some ways feel sorry for her. And so her going through the infidelity with her ugly husband, and I say ugly because I feel like his attitude is extremely ugly. And he's not attractive to me either, but I'm just saying. I just believe that made her even more of being seen as a victim. So her giving people the cold shoulder and just not being kind and a bit emotionless, I just am not here for it. So I just really wanted to talk about that a little bit deeper, guys. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for bearing with me on this conversation because I'm behind the wheel right now as I record this, headed to my business. But guys, I really appreciate you being here, liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.